Voltaire once said, "The secret of being a bore is to tell everything." But perhaps the secret of contentment is not to have everything, but to appreciate everything you have. This is the heart of Chisoku, a Japanese philosophy that emphasizes finding contentment in simplicity. Take for example a man who once lived in a grand mansion with countless rooms filled with the finest furnishings. Despite his wealth, he was constantly stressed and unhappy, always wanting more. Then one day he was forced to downsize to a small apartment. At first he was frustrated, feeling he'd lost everything, but over time, he found peace in the simplicity of his new life. He no longer needed to worry about maintaining a large house or keeping up with the latest trends. He had less, but he was happier. This is Chisoku in action. Or consider a woman who was a high-powered executive, always chasing the next big deal. Her life was a whirlwind of meetings, flights, and late nights at the office. Then, she decided to step away from it all. She took a job at a small non-profit, earning a fraction of her previous salary, but she found joy in the work she was doing, making a difference in people's lives. Her life was simpler, but it was richer. This too is Chisoku. Chisoku is not about living a life of deprivation. It's about appreciating what you have, finding joy in the simple things, and realizing that more is not always better. It's about understanding that the pursuit of material wealth often leads to stress and dissatisfaction, while a simpler life can bring peace and contentment. In the stories mentioned, the man found contentment in a smaller home, free of the stresses of maintaining a mansion. The woman found fulfillment in a job that mattered more to her than a high-powered corporate position. Both discovered that by simplifying their lives, they were able to focus on what truly mattered to them. In summary, Chisoku is a philosophy that encourages us to find contentment in simplicity. It's about appreciating what we have rather than always wanting more. It's about understanding that a simpler life can bring peace and contentment. And it's about realizing that the things that truly matter in life are often the simplest ones. So, as we go about our lives, let's keep the philosophy of Chisoku in mind. Let's appreciate what we have, find joy in the simple things, and understand that more is not always better. And perhaps in doing so, we'll find a deeper sense of contentment and happiness. Before we wrap up, if you've enjoyed this dive into the philosophy of Chisoku, and would like to explore more enlightening topics, consider subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us continue to bring you content that encourages thought, reflection, and hopefully, a bit more contentment. Until next time, remember, simplicity can bring contentment. Embrace it.